So, guys, I wanted to share 8 different Bible verses on speaking life with you guys, on the power of your word, the power of your mind, the power of your spirit, the power of you being able to speak something positive, something good. And I want to back it up with some Bible verses that I think are awesome. Number 1, do not confess that negative thoughts in your mind, the negative thoughts in your mind. Rather speak life into every situation around you. Proverbs 30:32. Do not confess the negative thoughts, meaning don't confess negativity. Don't talk about negativity. Don't project negativity. Don't accept negativity. Rather, speak life into every situation. Speak hope, speak life, speak vision, speak dreams, speak encouragement into every situation around you. Man, that's powerful. Number 2, and just as the Lord said to Paul in Acts 18:9, do not be afraid, but go on speaking and do not be silent. Do not be afraid, but go on speaking and do not be silent. Man, sometimes we're afraid to say what we think. Sometimes we're afraid to ask questions. Sometimes we're afraid to talk about our business. Sometimes we're afraid to challenge. Sometimes we're afraid to stand up. Sometimes we're afraid, but do not be afraid, but go on speaking and do not be silent, right? That's powerful. Number 3, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, like what we speak over somebody, what we say to somebody, how we can make a relationship come closer, how we could break a relationship with our words. When you think about, when you think about a relationship, right? What a husband says to his wife, what a wife says to her husband, what a parent says to their child, what a mentor, what a coach says to the player, what a mentor says to the mentee. The power of these words, you have no idea how somebody else's that positive affirmation that you give to somebody, how impactful it can be, right? They say that you only need sometimes 2 people to believe in you, you and one other person, right? And who you can always lean on is God to believe in you, right? But sometimes God uses a person to pour life into you. So, man, let's speak life over people. I've made the mistake of like, man, I'm frustrated and I'm expect more, and why aren't people doing more? And instead of speaking life into the situation, I just highlight the problem more. And that's been an area that I had to work on and get better for myself. Number 4. Whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are good of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things, right? Like for you to meditate, for you to focus on the things that are right, for you to focus on the things that are good, what's going to happen is when you focus on those things, that's what you're going to speak over people. And this is why, like, I need to read the Bible. I need to read Bible verses. I need to read affirmations. I need to listen to positive books. I need to learn. I need to feed my mind, feed my spirit. Because naturally, right, the natural state of something is decay. The natural state of food, of a car, of a building, of a situation, the natural state is decay unless you put life into it. Number 5, so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word that goes out from my mouth shall not return empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. Like the power of speaking life into a situation, the power of speaking vision, the power of encouragement, the power of your word. We don't understand how powerful our word is at times. Number 6, truly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt it in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass, it will be done for him. Mark 11:23. You know, and guys, I'll tell you, like, I struggle with these. Like, whoever believes, the other day something was going on with my son, our little baby boy, and he has this breathing thing where it's like, when instead of expanding, right, I forgot the name of it now, instead of expanding when he was breathing, it was coming in and it was making this weird noise. And I'm like, man, God, you said this, right? You said that whoever says to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, and who does not doubt in his heart, right? You said this, God, and like, I'm doing it. And while I'm doing it, I'm like, I hope this works. Like, I hope you're listening. I hope you're present. I hope, like, please, like, prove to me that this works. Like, right? I'm still working on my faith, but man, I'm gonna take action nonetheless. I'm gonna negotiate. Like, I'm gonna ask God. I'm gonna pursue this. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna exercise my faith. And I think that is something that's honorable for that God could say, hey, you know what? You're moving in that direction. Do I want you to know it? Yeah. Do I want you to believe it? Yeah. But you're moving in that direction, and I hope that one day I will believe it more. But I'm choosing to move in that direction. Number 7. But he answered, it is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of God. Like, we live today on food. We live on other people's beliefs, and we don't listen to like what God believes of us, or what God thinks of us, or what God created us to do. And we don't find our faith sometimes in God. We allow somebody else to give us an identity versus putting the identity that God has for us on us. And like, no, hey, I'll take feedback, I'll take direction, I'll take encouragement, I'll take support, I'll take the challenge. But man, I'm going to put the identity that God has given onto me, and I am going to get better. And lastly, number 8, for whoever desires to love life and see the good days, let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. 1 Peter 3:10. For whoever desires to love life and see the good days, let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Like, man, if you could stay focused on good things, if you could, control what comes out of your mouth, if you can say positive things, I can't tell you how many times a relationship that I've had with people, a relationship has been broken because a person went behind somebody else's back and said something, or they've said it about me, and then I find out about it. It always comes back, and you're just like, maybe that's just that person. And it's like, that person has no idea that when they're speaking that, when it's coming out of their mouth, and I've made the mistake of being upset and saying something that I shouldn't have said, or I've made the mistake of being upset at somebody and saying something, and I shouldn't have said that because I understand that, man, you're frustrated. When there's something that you're frustrated, be careful, right? Be careful. When you're upset, be careful. When you want to say something negative, be careful, right? And don't allow anything evil to leave from your mouth. Don't allow anything that's negative. Don't allow anything that's going to put somebody down. You could talk about numbers. You could talk about challenging people. You could talk about areas to get better. You absolutely can, and we have to. I run a business. I have to talk about those things. But what spirit am I doing it in? Am I doing it in an encouraging spirit, in a guiding spirit, in a loving spirit, in a leadership spirit? Or am I doing it out of frustration and anger? And people will feel the spirit that you do it with. Like, man, I believe in you so much more. Why are you not doing more? Man, I really believe that you could do this. I really believe that God gifted you. I really believe you have this ability. Why aren't you coming into who I know you could be? Like, that is, and that is not a natural thing. It's hard to find coaches like that. It's hard to find people like that. It's hard to be that. It's hard to be that person, but we all want that person so we can be more like it as we work on it. It's not natural, by the way. Maybe it's not natural for me. I lean sometimes negative and challenge, and I'm frustrated. I lean that way, and I'm slowly, maybe if I was way over here, maybe I'm right here right now. So I'm still not in the middle, but man, I'm freaking moving in that direction. I'm working on it, and I hope this video encourages you to work on it as well. If it does, please subscribe, give it a like. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.